Hi everybody and welcome to lesson 7 and 8. I thought that I would put these two together as they're quite linked. I've gone for a different background today as I thought we needed a bit of sunshine. So let me just get up what I want to talk to you about. So in some of the previous lessons, I think lesson 3 and lesson 5, we've been learning about where some of our food comes from. So today's lesson is the research aspect of it. So we are learning to research information about food. And in tomorrow's lesson, so on Friday, you're going to be creating an information text. So I'll go through the research first, and then I'll go through the information text. Because you could do it all together today, or you could do it all together on Friday. However, whatever suits you. So we've been learning a little bit about where our food comes from already. You're going to do some further research today. Now, I haven't put any links because you've already had some that you might want to use again. You could just use your own. You could use some of your own knowledge. You could use some books, things like that. So things that you might want to include, the food miles. So you might want to have a map on there and how far food has travelled. You might want to have animals, like what animals do different meats come from? So, for example, if you're eating beef, it comes from a cow. You might want to talk about the countries that produce different types of food. So are there any countries that always produce tea, or that are famous for producing coffee or potatoes or cocoa beans, where our chocolate comes from? You might want to include the Eat Well plate and then talk about having a balanced diet, and any other facts that you might want to include. So the first part, so lesson 7 or today, or the first part, however you want to do it, is all about researching, gathering information. The second part, or the second task, is about putting that information into a information text. Now, this is up to you how you want to present your work. We learned about how to use PowerPoints last term, so it might be that because you're using a computer, you might want to create a PowerPoint, and it could be several slides long, it could be a couple of slides long. You might want to make a poster, you might want to make a leaflet. It's totally up to you how you create your information text. I'm leaving it up to you to go for it. But things it must include: a title, so it could be facts all about food. You could use a bit of alliteration in there. You could use your title, you decide what it's going to be, but it's obviously including facts about food. You need to include some pictures so that it is appealing to your audience. Now those could be hand drawn or they could be printed. Again, your choice. And finally, it needs to include some information, but that could be little bubbles or stars that include facts and did you know? Okay. The thing I want you to think about is how can you make it appealing and informative to your audience? Okay, now your audience could be your siblings, your mum and dad. It could be the fact that I'm your audience because you're going to send that work to me. Well, or Mrs. Gadd or Miss Martin. Okay, now it might be that some of you want to do that as one big lesson because some people like to research and put that straight into their PowerPoint. However you want to do this is up to you. Okay, I hope that that's helpful, and I hope that you enjoy finding out all about food. And that's it for this week, and I'll be sending more lessons next week for our next part of our topic. Have a lovely weekend, everybody.